Hello everybody and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Jefe N Scale. And in my videos I'm going to be focusing on doing my layouts in a very compact and stowable form factor. Stowable meaning when I asked my wife, honey, can I do a train layout? She's like, no sweetie, we don't have room for that sort of thing. And I agree. You know, my home, I have very limited space, but I've figured out how to do this, yet make everything disappear when needed. So this is my first layout. It's a 2 by 3 foot layout, and it's based on Kato Unitrack, and it's DC only. DCC for my small layouts, it just didn't make sense. So basically what I got going on here is a simple 2.5 by 3.5 piece of plywood, and my structures, like my mountain, I guess you could call it my terrain, my little mini mountain and my tunnel here are made from plaster cloth with improvised support underneath. For example, this little mountain is made out of, under there is a little Dixie's, not styrofoam, but paper bowl. So a little paper bowl, and on top of that is half of a plastic cup supporting the plaster cloth. And on my tunnel here, we did just some wadded up newspaper with the plaster cloth. You know, at the time, I researched what I could as far as doing scenery, being just jumping into and new to it. I'm 5 months into the hobby now. So I was really eager to get a close to finished looking layout in a very short period of time. So I took some shortcuts, and we just, you know, took the attitude to do it to it, you know, and got her done. So this is what we came out with. There are some shortcomings, you know, being that I'm a little bit more experienced into it after doing my second layout, I'll point out in a few minutes. So I used the Woodland Scenics tunnel portals, and, you know, stain those up with a wash to look a little bit more textured and realistic. And then I added the little tufts of grass and everything. Basically what I'm going for here is, I'm from Southern California and I have a thing for deserts, and so I wanted to get, you know, it's not really scale or prototypical, but I wanted to get that feel of a kind of in the middle of nowhere but not desert situation. So we have the little cactus garden, which is a mix of, these are Woodland Scenics cactuses, and this is a JTT cactus. I think the JTTs look a lot more realistic than the Woodland Scenics. And over here, let's see, what was this kit? This is the Micro Engineering Poor Boy Mine, and I used a Woodland Scenics little culvert for the little mine tunnel portal there. So there's that. I really wanted this kit for a while. I was, you know, holding out for it because I spent so much money building the layout here, and then we finally got it, and it turned out pretty decent. And then I wanted something like that that scene in Kill Bill Volume 2 with the RV Bud, the character Bud, his RV out in the middle of nowhere. So I got this Woodland Scenics built and ready, lit little RV to kind of take care of that situation. And then we have various palm trees, Woodland Scenics, a couple generic trees. The coloring doesn't look really great, but I think these Woodland Scenics trees look really good, and I think these look really good, but I prefer the look of these guys right here. And then the rock work is all, I forget, what do they call? Oh yeah, the Woodland Scenics Ready Rock. So all this rock work is just Woodland Scenics Ready Rock. And then I spread various ballast and talus to create the main substrate. And then I believe this is a little Atlas switch tower. And when it came to ballasting, this is the biggest mistake I made. I did watch numerous videos on how to do it, Googled it and so on, and the one thing I didn't do was I resisted, I don't know why, spraying on the isopropyl alcohol before I did my scenic glue to the ballast. And as you can see, I paid the price. You can see the glue was beading and pooling off of the ballast, creating the patchy bare spots. And with my limited experience, I was afraid to ballast the center of the track, which I did not do. I guess I can go back later on and fix this, but for now, it is what it is. I'm pretty satisfied with the way the layout has turned out, and it's pretty much complete because you can't really fit much more on here without it looking too busy or messy, which I think it's already on the verge of doing so. So what else am I missing out on here? Oh yeah, I have not ballasted the switches at all. I got really scared on further ballasting the switches because this one over here, I did mask off all the track with the blue painter's tape before I sprayed the glue, but somehow some cement worked its way underneath this part of the switch point here, and it was really difficult to remove. I was kind of freaking out because it was locked up. It was not moving, was not budging. It took me a couple days to free it up. So that kind of scared me off from further ballasting my switches. So here we are. What you're seeing right now is Bachmann locomotives. I know what is up with all the Bachmann, but we do have other things than Bachmann. But just if you can get beyond the quality control issues, I think some of the newer Bachmann stuff is pretty decent for the price. For example, I got that Bachmann GP40 for about $70, brand new. And here's a Bachmann 262 Prairie, which also runs equally well. So anyways, guys, thank you for checking out my first video and my first layout, and I will be posting other videos rapidly, possibly another one or two today. So stay tuned and subscribe, and thanks for watching this vid.